So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Fragbite Masters. This is this is going to be the last map of the night in this best of 3. So winner match here of Group A, TSM and Navi now tied up 1-1, and we're going into Mirage, Anders. And I know that this map has a special place.
Well, like I said, actually, I really used to. I never really hated Mirage. I thought it was one of the most the more sterile, less interesting maps. That and Dust 2 are the two maps that I can think of that have the least potential for evolving.
Yeah.
I feel like people have played them so much, figured out so much stuff. Very few wall bangs. Very hard to come up with something new. But I kind of tried anyway, and I ended up spending a lot of time. And if nothing else comes of it, I feel like I gained more of an appreciation of the map. I actually like it a lot more now. So yeah, it's had that bonus for me at least.
I think it's particularly satisfying for you once you manage to start getting those frags with those pop flashes. You're just like, yeah, buddy.
I'll see. So I had one stream on our channel afterwards where we ended up playing Mirage, and everyone in the chat was saying, "Well, let's see some of all this stuff." And this is the problem, and this is why I said theoretical Counter-Strike is almost always wrong. It's almost always incorrect. So it's so easy to sit down and do something on a map and say, this is going to be really good, this looks cool. Then you try it and just putting it into the game, so much harder. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe one day could be interesting.
Infinite possibilities, man. Infinite opportunities. Because you're just going to keep going, Palace every single round on the side, no matter what. Even if the in-game leader is saying, guys, B-Rush, and it's like, yeah, I got this.
I do actually go Palace almost all the time anyway, just because I feel more comfortable.
That's what I'm saying.
There, so
Palace is the spot.
Might as well hang out. Might as well hang out.
Can't go anywhere else. It's
all right.
Connector on CT, because that's where you get the most frags. And Palace on
And at the end
side.
of the day, isn't that what really matters the most?
That's what it's about. Matchmaking, man. That's what it's about. Got to get them ranks.
So, what rank are you, Semler?
I'm up to Super Freedom Bird again, dude.
I'm global now.
Yeah, I know.
Because they did the whole ban wave.
Yep.
So I had to win one game and then I was global.
Get the fuck.
Sweet.
So that's the thing, man. Now I'm playing Supremes and stuff. So now I'm I know it's right on the edge of getting Supreme back, and I'll be able to make that.
Well,
run.
great job on the ban waves, but before the ban waves, global is where you don't want to be.
Yeah,
that's where.
But that's the thing. It's literally this. Right before the ban waves, we started playing some global, and it's just hacker, and we were like, okay, screw this. Half the team goes on their Smurfs, and we start playing, LEM, and this is great. We're actually enjoying the game again. So now after the ban wave, there we go. It's actually fun to be playing some matchmaking without having to Smurf again. It's really nice.
Well, TSM setting up for about as standard a pistol round as you could possibly get, with 2 smokes going into it here, and it's going to be a big problem, especially for Flamey and Zeus. They're going to have to land some really good shots, though. They do have Guardian nearby. This is not such a bad setup for Navi. I thought they were going to go all middle, but they kind of hang around a little bit here at the A-bomb site. See if it's possible. Flamey was already low, and the grenade will finish him off, and TSM, they're ready with the plant. Going to plant in a decent position, not the best one possible, but definitely a good position anyway. And Sipnik's going to go for a fight with 2 and actually 3 people in CT. Spawns a bit much. He ends up going down, but Kerrigan will return the frag. Seized, maybe biting off more than he can chew here as well. It's a 3v3 now.
Yeah, and the man at jungle as well is going to catch him off guard, and this is going to be now a 2-on-3 scenario. 1-on-3 now as Device is the last man alive in pit, trying to take this fight, trying to buy the time. He's going to get that reload going, but the bomb is planted for him. It's all about keeping Navi off of this bomb plant now, and he does manage to buy just enough time here.
No kit.
Guardian, no kit. He has got no kit, and this is going to be it. TSM managed to play that bomb to perfection, keeping Navi off of it long enough to guarantee the round. Despite all the frags, Guardian getting 3 in that round. It's just not enough.
Now, if TSM had planted on the other side of the box instead of on the outside, if he had planted inside the bomb site, I guarantee you one guy from Navi would have run to try and defuse and the other one would have been fighting. And then Device would have been in a really tough spot. Really, really tough spot. So that's why I said the bomb plant is almost the best one possible. It's the second best position that they planted in, essentially. All things considered. Well, we're going to see obviously a buy round coming up. But look at Navi. 2 scouts and a FAMAS as well. That's incredible. And Seized jumping and shooting. Gonna get shot down, though. Device will get that kill, and Edward sneaking up from behind. Oh, wow.
Edward's a man on a mission right now, but these scouts are working wonders. So many people are low on TSM's side. Guardian even attempting shots through, but Edward, he can have a slaughter here. He can completely catch them off guard. Sipnik's going to be a free frag there. Kerrigan, Cajun, Dupree, all of them low. This gets so scary now. Kerrigan trying to save the day. He's playing on short, but he gets dropped in on by Edward, and it's a 1-on-2 scenario now, and it's just not going to be good enough. Edward whips around and gets onto that bomb so quickly. And they're going to be able to just stabilize here wonderfully, Navi. Everything working out for them in the end. And all of that off the back of 2 scouts. Guardian with the, I think it was an HE touchdown onto Kerrigan at the start at top mid. And then Seized, I think, tagged 2 people in B apartments. So it's just like so much damage being dealt by the scouts.
Painful round. TSM following through on what was happening on Inferno. Not going to give up that easily. Just go for the Tech 9s, the armor. Just gonna keep fighting it here. Well, I mean, look, now again, we're into this pattern where it's going to be a series of force buys, and this is actually going to be a smoke round onto the B site right now. You have a man setting up. They have all the nades that they need. And, well, now it's going to come down to whether they can overwhelm that man very quickly. There's the smoke onto short, right into the corner. Actually, not a pretty one there. I don't think that was a very effective one at all. That's going to allow Edward to come racing back around that corner to help Siege, who's just holding strong, but Cajun B overwhelms him right off the bat, and Edward now trying to hold this angle. They have to worry about getting past, but Cajun, Zipnik's so very low right now. Yeah, Edward gonna go down. This is actually looking pretty decent for TSM. They're a man up, and the bomb is down already. Burning alive in that corner, though. Dupree and Guardian will take down Carrigan, and Zipnik's will fall. So now it's all on device here, and pretty tough for him to try and stop them. And in fact, he's just gonna run away and save what he can, which is not necessarily the worst idea here. I mean, he'd definitely die if he tried to stop this.
I'm just trying to keep them off of that bomb, actually. With both guys looking to be apartments now, impossible for device to have an impact. And that was so back and forth, actually. You know, I was going to agree with you as far as TSM looking like they were in a favorable position, but then just flawless nades. Unfortunate for Dupree that he got pinned down behind that pillar, nowhere to go. You get to see him like jumping, you know, like get out of the fire, get out of the fire, but it wasn't good enough for him. And also great nades, great Molotovs as well up on the balcony to stop that push initially and to just do tremendous damage. Cajun and Zipniks were both like 3 HP by the time they got onto that bomb site.
They're going to boost up. Guardian saw it, though. He's so quick as well. Just spots a pixel, instant flick. Not going to get the shot, though, and he actually did go down to 30 health. Grenade from Underpass is going to be returned, and it's a lot better Zeus than the one that he was receiving then. Cajun down to 46, and they're going to sneak up connector in towards this bomb site here. Could have probably just fought the Flamey. I don't think Dupree had to jump up on that ledge. So a little bit dangerous. Grenade going to land right at the feet of Guardian, and he ends up going down to Carrigan. Another round that's looking very good now for TSM, but device will go down. It's back to a 3v3. Zeus coming in with the kill as well. And now 2v2. Bomb is down, but only just gone down.
There's plenty of time, and both players are here stacked up for Na'Vi. So they can cover for each other. Carrigan is very low. He's got that AK. A lot of this is going to come down to Zipniks, basically. He has to draw attention over to himself and Pit. He's the man with the HP. And right now, Na'Vi, they're kind of getting an eye on him. And it's going to be a man holding very close here. Zeus actually just going to run up and try to take this fight straight up. Zipniks takes the fight, wins it, and now it's going to be down to Seized. He gets drawn out, goes for Carrigan, but this bomb has been ticking for far too long, and he likes to back off and try and hold on to this AWP instead of actually going for the defuse. Once again, TSM come right back into it swinging. They're going to be able to pick up this second round for themselves here.
Right, and it shows you once again that fighting for these early rounds really makes such a big difference. The first time I heard anyone sort of really vocalize what this was about was actually Sean Gaz over at Cloud9, explaining to us essentially that that this is something that's become a sort of a new principle in the current metagame, is saying the first 5 rounds, nobody wants to give them up. People will fight for the first 5 rounds almost no matter what. And that's still holding true. Yeah, Sean definitely one of the most knowledgeable people in Counter-Strike currently. So, but look at this though. SG 553 on device.
Yes, and I mean, we're seeing this gun a lot. Flamey was buying it yesterday as well when he had money. Now device, this could be lethal. Zeus could come flinging around this corner straight into him. Are we going to have a kind of pop flash set up here? There's a man, it's Guardian, but he's only got the AWP, so there are 2 guys currently looking towards Palace, unless Guardian is looking towards Pit right now. Where are they going to be able to find these picks? Zeus is playing this so patiently, but there are no flashes. There's no nades here on this A site to help Zeus get info.
Oh, this is scary. If the timing is good, it could be just perfect. Guardian going to get the 1 kill here. Zeus will go down. And Guardian to fall as well. That SG comes into play. And Famas from Flamey will return the 1 kill here. But it's got to be careful. Walks right back in and goes down to Dupree. Who picks up just the 1 kill. Double for Carrigan. Now TSM have a really good shot at getting a bunch of rounds here. And remember, I mean, Na'Vi are the current, the reigning champions of playing on Mirage. They're so good at it. Probably the best team in the world. Yeah,
they are. I mean, it seems like they're on the throne right now, but a few key rounds, a few very close situations, and TSM are now in the driving seat, and Na'Vi, they're going to have to halt, like, near solid eco here, near hard eco, rather. Seized electing to spend $500 on that CZ, but this is very scary. They're only going to get 2,400 in the next round. They should be in a position to buy, though, Na'Vi. It's just that TSM getting up to 4 rounds, that's fantastic for them.
Cajun doing so many
rounds to try and get a 5th one.
Look at that. Double kill from Cajun with the AWP, and Seized. Wow.
He's just looking down at his feet in defeat. Like,
he has
why?
no feet any longer, Semler. They're gone. They're exploded. He's just trying to limp out of the apartments and just, you know, stumps of his legs. It's awful.
You mean he's not pulling a Black Knight? That's what he's saying. That's what he's telling himself, man. That's what he's saying.
It's only a flesh wound.
I'll bite your legs off. Right now, yeah, TSM, this is fantastic. They have money in the bank as well, so they're going to be able to go for another buy round. They can keep the pressure up on Na'Vi, who can ill afford to lose anything. What's insane is that Na'Vi elects to, like, they go for M4s and helmets, so they're very light on nades. This is all just about the straight brute force. We're going to just take these fights and win them approach here for Na'Vi, and so far it's working. They've got the entry, but Device does come back in and pick up a kill.
Oh no, that is not exactly ideal. Now 3v3, and TSM going to lose Sipnix as well. It's looking good for a moment. Now it's Cajun and Device left here. The bomb is in control of Na'Vi. The remaining TSM members going to have to try and see if they can somehow fight their way back. Cajun going to win that fight against Edward, pushed up fairly aggressively, which means now 2v2, and there's so much time now for Na'Vi to actually find their way, or sorry, for TSM to fight their way back into this bomb.
And Na'Vi have got the crossfire on it as well right now. Man holding in CT, exactly. There you go, seized. Dead on that bomb. He knows exactly when they'll decide to push. There's the flash from Cajun trying to draw attention to himself. 45 seconds left, and Device is all the way on the other side of the map, wrapping around. He wants to come in through CT. Cajun, though, gets such a key kill there onto Zeus. And well, now it's all going to be on to Seized here. The last man alive for Na'Vi. He's going to get flanked out, but there really isn't a lot of time here for Device. 30 seconds left. And they have no idea where Seized is, apparently.
Oh, this could be dangerous. If they lose a man, then they're going to have to try and go for the bomb plant or go for the fight. Seized. Oh, he's going to get found as well. Picks up the one now. Cajun know where he is. He's got the open hand. 10 seconds now. Seized, walks out, gets the spray, and gets a double kill and seals the deal for Na'Vi. That's so dangerous, and even steals the AWP then. Nice round. That's going to be 4-3. TSM, they have the buildings of a good first half, but you got to be careful because, I mean, you do need more than 4 rounds. Ideally, you get up to around 6 rounds on the T side here, so they're not there yet, and Na'Vi can lock this map down.
Now they have the opportunity. But again, TSM had so much of that bank. They have everything they need here. Cajun, once again, starting off strong. He wins that duel versus Guardian, who's peeking mid. And this is now just going to be straight up rush up connector. Zeus is going to get shot in the back by Kerrigan. There's still a man alive in jungle, though. Kerrigan going to be able to make a pass because that smoke goes down. Perfect timing. And Kerrigan with a double entry frag onto this A site.
Wow.
You cursed them, Anders.
Apparently I did. This is
Give me the voodoo doll.
This is going to hard reset. All I have is this really weird, tiny pen. I don't know if that's what's going to make the difference here. Doesn't quite count, does it? Edward will go down as well. No AWP saved either. If we bring up the scoreboard, what's the money like on Na'Vi's side? Oh, no.
Yeah, they are...
This is double eco territory.
They are desperate. Yeah, this is definitely double eco. You win one and you're back to $1,400 starting money. So you are doomed right now. The rifle on C is just worth its weight in gold. He needs to stay alive at all costs at this point. It's the one way that perhaps they can make some kind of crazy comeback in the next round to come. And he may be able to live with it. I mean, they're out hunting him right now. They are relentless. Is somebody going to peek up into B apartments or not? And they're going for the wallbang instead. Seized will live. He will hold on to that gun. I'm a bit surprised that they didn't try to go after that gun a bit more aggressively, TSM, considering they still had plenty in the bank. They had to know how important that rifle is. Or was, rather. Well, it is still.
No, I agree. They could have maybe tried to do a little bit more here. We shall find out. Seized, grenade, and M4. And the rest of Na'Vi going to be on pistols. Seized is in the right spot. I mean, this kind of rifle could definitely make a difference here. Going for the early kill on Kerrigan, and it's going to secure that as well. Oh, if only Flamey can get in there. Grenade all the way up to top, or sorry, to B side, and ends up getting that kill. Dupree, nice kill, but does he realize that Zeus has snuck through? I don't think he does. He could end up going down easily here, and it's already a 2v3. Zeus walking, and he actually is not even going to get the kill. Guardian turns around for it, but obviously getting the info from Zeus, so still really good teamwork coming out. And Sipnix is going to be alone. And only gets the 1 kill in, so Flamey with a triple kill. And Seized, though, still opening up with the M4. Big turnaround.
Feels like it's become completely impossible to predict. Like, what? Like, a handful of P250s, Seized with an M4, and that's enough to completely overthrow TSM in that round. I don't even know. That's Seized being in the perfect place. He steps up and gets the kill initially, and then TSM Just seems like they didn't know what they needed to do after that to secure the win.
Well, they're going to go for another A push. They feel like they've been so successful already. Might as well just kind of keep it up. Zeus with the opening pack, but Flamey goes down, and Zeus will actually pick up one more kill here. Finally, they deal with him in the bomb site, and they're going to go for the plant again, a little bit on the outside of the bomb site. Pretty good position. Not entirely the perfect one, but still it will do for what's happening here. Now it's a 3v3 retake for Na'Vi, but they've got to be careful about Device coming up from behind. He could make this round and put Na'Vi back in the hole.
And he's walking, and Guardian checks. Guardian checks! The timing works out wonderfully. There you go. The first one goes in. Kerrigan not going to get the second, however. Guardian is there to shut him down. But I'm amazed that Guardian... Wait!
He only just picked up a kit. I think he has the time for it anyway, but that is so dangerous. He just picked up that kit. Didn't have it to begin with. But yeah, you're right. Him turning around for it was crazy.
Device, man, he's got to be shaking his head, right? Because a second and a half earlier, and he gets 2 kills there. Guardian and Edward are both looking towards the site, and he just walks up behind them. At the 6th sense there, it tingled, and Guardian, he managed to pick up that kill. Now we're back into this. Na'Vi, they have the money that they need for a full buy. Everything they need, pretty much. TSM as well. They're going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel here, however, so...
And again, this A push keeps working. I mean, that was down to a really crazy 1v2 at the end then. Might as well just keep going for it, though. Cajun already tanked up 55 damage with the grenade, and Sipnix opens. Khalil in hand, headshot on Flamey. Now they're ready to go. Are they going to be able to get the quick bomb plant in here? Grenade training out and doing some damage. Edward actually almost going down in the spawn then. That was a little bit dangerous. Sipnix continues to fight, and Edward's going to crab walk him to death.
I'm surprised that they are going one at a time after Edward like this. And he does manage to make it out of dodge again. There we go. Edward, he cancels it out. Now they're just trying to push aggressively towards a pit right now. That's where the remaining members are for TSM. And that's Kerrigan coming up with 2 key frags. But Guardian, man, he's just returning. And it's going to be Device now alone in CT. Doesn't get the angle right either. Going to be able to remove the first man, but he has no idea. And he gets the shot at the last possible second.
What? That wasn't even close. That bounced up. We have to see that in slow motion. That is so sick. That was the recoil, I think, that sort of bounced the last bullet right into Guardian's face. That is so random. Just check this out. Yep. That's a headshot as well. That was just the recoil of him moving and shooting. Device can't even know that that's what happened, but when he checks the demo at some point, he's going to be pleasantly surprised.
Lady Luck gave him the wink tonight. Man. And that's what it comes down to. That's just how close it is between these two teams. And now actually, this is an interesting thing. This is a change of pace from TSM. They're trying to go for the mind game right now to catch Na'Vi off guard. And they are going to get figured out by C's, but yeah, Edward, he's up here so quickly behind them. They have no idea. And he stops that bomb carrier. Can he win the fight? Yes, he can, actually. Forces that man off of the server, actually. He hit him so hard with that backstab, that man isn't even here anymore.
Had to quit the game entirely. Sipnix, though. Oh, no, and Device picking up a kill as well. All that Edward just did has almost been cancelled here. It's a 2v3 and now a 2v2. Guardian just seems to be the man to bring it back every time it really matters, even without the AWP doing great work here. Spots a guy by truck, so they know where that is, but they're not quite sure, I think, where Cajun is, and he's in the same exact spot. Device takes out Edward. This is so rough. Smoke goes off. He only has one more place to enter, and they're going to see it as well. Flashbang in to just buy a little bit more time. And there's a headshot from Device. They're both, look at this, 10 and 14 health, and they still win that round. And now Na'Vi again have no money. TSM are off to a fantastic start here on T-side Mirage.
7 rounds. That's such a huge lead now. As we were just saying, you know, 10-5 is pretty much the standard. 9-6, you can still work with that. But 8-7, best case scenario for Na'Vi now, it's not quite good enough. This is going to be very difficult, and especially now, it is going to be 8-7 pretty much for TSM, because unless Na'Vi can pull off some just incredible magical play, I mean, Guardian has got a P250 Flamey upgrades as well, just at the last second there, so 2 upgraded pistols, the rest USPs. TSM with all the nades, all the rifles. We have to see now. Guardian in position up close on Shadow, looking for that headshot, and he's going to get it. And he gets a second one as well with the help of Flamey. What is happening? TSM.
Well, finally stabilizing a little bit here and getting it under control. Cajun coming up with 2 good kills in the middle, but Cajun with a triple was really what sealed that round. Guardian almost stealing it away. That's so dangerous that they really got to be careful and play those rounds a little bit more safely. Because that's where they win the maps, essentially. This is where you're supposed to just crush them. Na'Vi able to make the force up, but look at this. They've got one smoke, one HE grenade. And TSM, well, this time they're going to go for a little bit more mid-control. AWP, that's so dangerous, but not going to get the pick there. Guardian could have gone down already.
Guardian getting the info for his team, essentially, with that shoulder peek. And now Edward doing what Edward does. Play short so aggressively, usually. And he misses the man going up into connector. That smoke goes down. Perfect timing. Edward, he's not going to have any impact at all. Kerrigan can walk up and get a double entry frag onto this A site. And now this is an A site that has been completely open wide. C's knifing the ground in frustration. He's all by his lonesome on this B site. There's not a thing that he can do. And this is when it gets incredible. I mean, this is just where it spins completely out of control. Na'Vi, they aren't going to have a dime to their names going into the last round. It's going to have to be seized, just saving his gun again. And really, you know, 1v5, they're delaying the bomb plant so that they can start canvassing this map. Look at this. They're already up at the top mid. They need to be going towards this B site. They really need to be hunting down this gun to take it off if seized. Yeah,
they should be way more aggressive than they currently are. Really try and group up and find him. Makes such a big difference here. They have the money. I mean, the next round is the last one of the half, so it doesn't really matter if they lose pretty much everything here. I mean, at least the AKs they can throw away. So maybe the ults are going to be more tricky.
There we go. Setmix is going to get it in the end. C's still able to pick up 2 kills, but
doesn't matter at that point. Money is there for TSM. The ults were the only thing that really mattered. They had to keep a hold of them. Na'Vi going to go for whatever they can here in the 15th round. I mean, Na'Vi do actually play a fairly mean T side as well on Mirage, so... But I still think 5 or 6 rounds is way on the low side for them.
Yeah, no, this is... it's going to be just... Well, we need to see them manage to break TSM's money early, just like TSM have done to them. And so this is going to be... Wow, C's with a very aggressive peek right onto the edge, and then he stays put. He's actually holding... He's actually pushing forward. And Zipnix is holding that bomb, so he doesn't want to go too aggressive here. He doesn't want to risk dropping it. C's is going to walk in and get another frag.
A big double opening, obviously, and as you said, the bomb down there as well. So much of the game already being given away. Cajun with a good headshot. Shuts down Flamey.
Flamey has been definitely struggling. Seized another one, takes out 3. Could we get the ace out of him? Possibly. I mean, Dupree is going to sneak his way forward. He spots out Zeus and misses the shot. Oh, that's painful. Cajun does manage to return and take out Zeus as well. Guardian, however, taking this fight on Palace is going to hit that. He's going to hit that headshot. And now, Na'Vi end this round. They do redeem themselves somewhat at the end and take 6 rounds, but...
Really hard game for Dupree. Look at this, 4-4 and 12. Definitely a bit of a struggle for him currently.
And Flamey, let's see where Flamey's at right now. I mean, Flamey's still managing to pick up 9 frags. So...
Well, considering the half they had, 9 frags is not necessarily... I mean, that's not the end of the world. Going into the second half here, now we've got to step it up. They do buy the Tech 9 on C's this time, not on Edward. So different raid boss, or are they going to switch it?
Oh, wow, I'm surprised.
All right.
Oh, wait, Edward's got one as well, actually. They go
Okay.
double. It's Guardian and Zeus who are dropping the Tech 9s.
They've got smokes instead, so here we go. Last half of the evening. TSM well on their way to actually 2-1ing Na'Vi here on this final map. It could be very interesting. I mean, we did say early on that this was going to be a really close game between these two. They both seem so strong and hungry at the moment.
And the decoys, there's the smoke onto the A site. This is just a diversion, however. I mean, C's looking to get the boost up into window, so he's going to be the lurker right now. He could potentially open things up here in connector. Kerrigan going to walk right around the corner, straight into him. And there it is. The headshot eventually comes through. C's just looking to see if he can't tag anybody up. Gets returned on somewhat, and he might catch that man out in kitchen as well, and he will do just that. Cajun is gone. It's going to come down to Zipnix holding alone on this B site. Spots a man out short, spots a man on balcony, but just spotting him is not good enough. You need to get the kills too, Zip.
Edward holding close, and Cease is there on the crossfire as well. They're going to catch Device. Great round from Na'Vi. That smoke that went up right around where they are here, that lands towards jungle, it's actually a smoke that it helps them to get into window to boost, because whoever is holding there might be at least momentarily distracted by the fact that there's a smoke going up, and they kind of have to focus on connector instead of window. The fact is no one was there, so it's even better for Cease to get in there. But it was still a very good idea from Na'Vi, just very cool play. That's a sick headshot from Dupree, but it won't help him stay alive. Guardian to take him out, and Na'Vi back in the game now, 9-7. Now they're just gonna make it past these few rounds, equalize at 9-9, and it's gonna be an uphill battle, but it could be done. They can win this.
TSM has shown in the past that they're willing to hold back and not go for the full-out buy. But that's not going to be the case this time. And we have the P250s, the 5.7s, the Kevlar helmet, everything getting bought up here for TSM. So they are turning this into a force buy round. And well, Na'Vi, they have everything that we expect them to have. And again, mid control coming in for Na'Vi this time around. They're going for a bit of the pincer movement here, leaving a man alone up in B apartments, but then pushing one through. That's Zeus coming in through underpass. Now that Na'Vi have mid control, they get to decide what they want to do with this. In the meantime, TSM hanging around close to pit, but nobody can account for Kerrigan getting a double spray down on short like that. What is that?
Na'Vi did that to themselves. So this is what I said. Like, from spending so much time running around this map, the big problem is if you throw incomplete smokes on a map like Mirage, it will backfire so badly. Third headshot from Kerrigan, almost a fourth one. It looked like Zeus in some trouble as well, and backup is coming in from Guardian here. 2v3. The bomb needs to go down, but look at the rotation coming from TSM. They're coming in from behind. Going to be at short, going to be at apartments as well. Device is dropping low.
And Cajun's got that AK to play with now as well. He's going to come in through short. Nice timing on the flash there from Zeus to slow him up. But then Dupree coming in through B apartments. This is going to be brutal. Guardian, does he jump up here and check? This comes down to timing. Dupree steps, trying to take the fight with Zeus, and he's going to do massive damage. Managed to pick up the kill in the end. And Guardian pinned down. Triangle of Doom, and it closes in right on top of him. Cajun B going to be able to drop an AK for his mate, make sure that they can hold on to these guns. There's plenty of time left for this defuse, so TSM come right back into it, and once again, both of these teams so even.
That round lost entirely because of the mid-smoke there. The mid-smoke's a little bit easier to land. The worst possible scenario, and this is one that happens so often, is the connector smoke. If you land the connector smoke towards middle, you've got to land it on that fourth step. And if you land it a little bit too far to left or the right, you're going to create an opening. And that's bad enough. But the bad part is that opening can be used by the CT side, and your team can't really see it. It becomes a really good one-way smoke for the opposing team. So that's why it's so rough. It's so hard to try and get one down that is absolutely perfect. Landing it on the fourth step is all right, but actually getting it perfect is another thing. Dupree, really good double entry here, or double opening frag, and then third one coming in before he's finally down to 13 health, and Zeus is going to be the last man standing here.
Oh, triple kill for Dupree. Oh, that was really fantastic stuff. And they kind of just walked right into the grinder there that you could clearly tell that they wanted to count on Edward. Edward, took this aggressive stance, walked out of pit, looking towards CT. He was supposed to get that headshot because he was the man with the AK, but he got nothing for it. And both of his mates pretty much got slapped by Dupree. So individual performance really coming through there for TSM, essentially. And now, Na'Vi, they're kind of set back. This is not a round where they can really force. They have to give it up. They have to go for an eco.
A pretty good confidence boost from Dupree, who, like we were saying, had a pretty bad first half. So for him to change it around and sort of come back and get a couple of eco frags here, definitely helping out. Na'Vi going to be full ecoing, nothing but Glocks here around again. And how fast are they going to be? Not that fast.
Well, just trying to basically make as much noise as possible. There's the Molotov, though, and they are definitely not going to be running through that without Kevlar. The damage taken would be monstrous. And look at that. Zeus attempts it, and Zeus is just roasted. He's down to 20 HP by the time he makes it to the other side. Just not enough for him to work with, and that drops the bomb. Cajun keeping his cool, alive on short, takes that fight and steps out. Gets a little greedy there, and now they have an AK to work with on Seized. See if he can actually put it to good use.
Yeah, back of sight alone. Really tough there. Kerrigan with a good double kill. TSM perhaps losing a little bit more than they should that round, but they are still so far up, 12-7. Na'Vi have to show us some really, really cool stuff to bring themselves back in this game. Even if they brought it back to 12-12, they'd still be behind.
Yeah, that's the main issue here. They have such a long road ahead of them. So far, 4 rounds picked up by TSM, and it's not looking like it's going to get any easier here. No, 3 rounds. My mistake, 3 rounds. It ended at 9-6.
Amy, setting up for window smoke.
And this one will go right in. Doesn't miss it.
Yeah.
There will be a bit of an edge on the right side, though, of that window. No.
It does land. The window smoke's usually a little bit more forgiving. Usually you can cover that up. Definitely that connector one is the really tough one. Good headshot from Flamey to open up. Dupree never saw what hit him, but still 2 people waiting here. Flamey continues. There's going to be a third guy there, and he gets shot down as well. Kind of hard to account for. Spray continues. Quad kill from Flamey in a matter of, what, 10 seconds. That is just stunning.
And most of it just tapping as well. Sipnix is going to lose out to Edward, and quad kill from Flamey. Edward gets it, and just a series of peaks
I would say that's almost like a third candidate for play today. That's just a very clean work from Flamey.
It's gonna be really tough, actually. We have quite a few rounds now that we can put through for that play of the day.
Yeah, luckily it's not up to us. You guys get to vote at the end of the tournament. So it's thanks to Calmham as well for sponsoring that. It's become a Fragbite tradition. Double up being put out here from TSM, trying to see if they can close out the game. That's what they're looking for right now. Just a little bit more, and they may have it. Carrigan will fall in the middle to Guardian. So maybe not the best start.
Oh, far from it. And they still have so many nades to use here, Na'Vi as well. Once again, getting mid control in the same way. Zeus coming up from underpass, and two guys occupying. So now Na'Vi have some space. They can decide to go through short if they want towards that B site. I think it would have depended a lot on where that opening came in from the lurkers. Flamey gets picked off on A site, so that may lead Na'Vi towards the B site, and especially if Guardian can provide an opening frag like that.
Yeah, cool to see Na'Vi actually throwing smokes from underpass up to top connector as well. That's something we haven't seen too much before. So yeah, it's nice to see some cool involvement there as well. Guardian going to be taking down Cajun, and that clears up the B bomb site. So I don't know, Na'Vi right now, they're making it look easy. We made it sound like, and I still believe it's true, that, you know, for Na'Vi to come back in this game really tough, no one gonna escape. Device goes down to Guardian, who's got a quad kill, but rounds like these, Flamey with one quad kill, Guardian with another one, just making it look like a walk in the park.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is that TSM and the peaks that they're taking right now, and then it just kind of, like, TSM are one of those teams where it really becomes apparent that keeping their cool once they've given up that edge, that opening, it's so difficult for them because they just seem to spin out of control. One after another, they take these peaks, and one after another, they get beat up. Now Dupree, shoulder peek from Zeus, that step from Zeus. Zeus, so on top of it right there.
Yeah. I would love to see TSM go for an aggressive round. Not this time because they're going to be ecoing, but the one after that. I mean, I'd hope that they would try and go for some mid control. Maybe try and open up with, like you were talking about LGB earlier, that double apartments push. Anything really. Push underpass, push B. I don't really care where they do it. I just want to try and see them do it because right now Na'Vi they're getting so much space to move around with, and it's really going to work out for them. There's one guy on underpass, but
or they're getting control of mid every single time practically, either from an entry frag from Guardian, or just everybody pushing up together and kind of scissoring in on it. This time it's going to be a very aggressive push onto the B side, however, Na'Vi not wasting any time at all. Edward is going to get overwhelmed, however. 2 pistol kills coming through with the USPs. That's not everything. That's not something that happens every day. Flamey getting dropped dangerously low as well. Cajun and Device, though, not so much health to work with, and this is still very much advantage Na'Vi. Guardian making use of that AK. The MP7, however, is going to fall, and Device, just with the P2K, is able to pick up another kill. They're making this way too close to TSM.
Yeah, expensive round from Na'Vi here, but they are still stabilizing. And Dupree coming in long range, trying to take the fight. Pistol versus AK here. Does some good damage to Zeus, but that bomb is still ticking away, and Guardian will clear up the round. Triple kill on him, really playing well at the moment. 10 to 12. Guardian on 25 kills, 27 on Carrigan. And those are the two main players right now. See what TSM are up to now that they actually have rifles. I really hope it's some aggression. I think that's the right answer at this point in time.
Well, I'd like to see some kind of, like, you know, Titan play, essentially. Like Fnatic Titan, where you just kind of close in on mid with 3, but we're not seeing that. It's going to be more of the same, actually, from TSM, it looks like. Looks like very bread and butter so far. Kerrigan has elected to take the AWP for TSM. He's going to be holding in mid. But once again, Na'Vi focus on mid. They just want to get control of it. They've already got Zeus down there. I mean, this is just Na'Vi continue to do the same thing round after round. Zeus and underpass. I mean, he's just going to be looking to see if he can't find something.
I like this ult from Carrigan, but it does not have any armor, so you got to be a little bit careful at least that it doesn't spin out of control at some point if you get grenaded. It's going to be a beat push coming out right now for Na'Vi. 2 people holding back a site, and backup is sort of close by with that Device, I think, holding towards kitchen.
TSM have so little information to work with, though.
Yeah.
Like, they're so far back. They have no eyes on mid. They're holding so far back on the B side, on the A side as well. They're finally pushing a man up into A apartments. So that's Dupree going on a bit of a mission right now. That info gathering.
But look, it's 3 Molotovs, which means Stipnix is going to get instantly burned out. And if he's not careful, he could actually get caught as he tries to run away. If he's all the way in the corner, oh, it could be really tricky here. 30 seconds. There's the Molotov, forcing him out. Tries to run, and he is going to get caught running away as well. Cajun now down to the side. The only thing working here is there's 20 seconds left. Na'Vi have got to push quickly to get this bomb down. And they get the kill there as well. Guardian picking up Carrigan, and there's no trouble at all. 2v3, bomb goes down. Looking really good at the moment for Na'Vi.
The sense on Guardian as well, the sense of timing. He spotted him. He knows. Easy frag, picks up Dupree and Device now. Guardian just going to work right now. That's like the third round in a row where he's getting above 3 frag, like 3 or more.
Yeah.
He's up to 28 now. He is the man who's top fragging on the map. He's claimed that title away from Carrigan, but the timing is impeccable for Guardian. He realizes, okay, I've got a mate watching short, I've got a mate watching kitchen. All I have to worry about is B apartments, and he gets that timing just right to stop Dupree from coming through there and ruining their day. And once again, TSM on the pistols, 5.7s and P250s, a couple of nades to work with. But it's just not looking good right now. Na'Vi, they're in full control of the situation, and that's what I don't like. It's the fact that it's with the pistol that they actually go up. I mean, sure, they managed to have success with it, but it's with a pistol on a pistol round that they actually change it up, and they're going for the aggression. This is the thing that pistols are. Well, this is what can be effective with pistols, is the fact that all of a sudden you feel less pressure and you're willing to take these risks.
Yeah, but you're right. If they'd taken the same risk with rifles instead, you've got to wonder where they'd be at right now. 3v3, they're still not in a great position as Na'Vi have all the equipment right now to try and make this take work. Edward with a good headshot there. Sipnik's going to be the last man standing. Will get the kill on Guardian. It should be going down, and it will to Flamey. Orb is going to be saved as well here, so 12-12. Na'Vi, they just make a full comeback and equalize the score. And now TSM, kind of the opposite of an aggressive play coming out here, as they got 2 orbs. That generally suggests you're not going to be pushing too much, unless you're going to do 1 orb window and then 2 people pushing in front of you. But that's still something you can do. Yeah, that's still super scary to do with 2 orbs.
So you send 1 off to B apartments, and then you have Cajun in mid, and here you go. Guardian with the peek. He's looking connected this time because that's what they've seen before. He's been rewarded with the kill here before, and the smoke comes in to block off window as well, so he doesn't have to worry about this angle. So Cajun not going to have anything going for him. But that doesn't mean that there's any kind of aggro coming out from TSM right now. They really are playing this very carefully. The one man who kind of pushed forward was Sipnik's on short, but now he's fallen back to a much more stable position. Instead, it's Dupree holding up close to pit. He gets the kill onto Flamey.
That was so close to Flamey picking up at least the 1 kill, and maybe even the double. They almost lined up for him. That was actually kind of scary. Now we trying to make their way through. Suits is low on health, so maybe tying the score here is what TSM needed to wake up just a little bit and get back into it. Device holding so close to that vent, and if it pops, he's going to have to be quick. Takes the 1 kill there. Edward's right behind him, and Device going to get caught. 3v3 now, and they're making their way back here. Dupree has to come up big and seized. Wins that fight. That should have definitely been Dupree's kill.
And Edward, he's already in jungle. He's heard the steps of them walking through CT, so he knows. They know exactly where the remaining 2 members are for TSM. You see him focusing now to see if anybody's going to try and sneak through the murder hole, but the rest of the Na'Vi players should be watching CT. They're going to get all the info, and now it's Carrigan and Sipnik. Last 2 alive. Sees takes that fight. He's going to lose it, but Guardian returns instantly, takes out Carrigan. And now the remaining member here is Zipnix in a 1v1, and he seems to have an idea of where Edward is.
He's got a smoke. Puts it up right in front. And then pop flash out, and Edward still picks up that headshot. Oh my lord, that's a double kill for Edward, and Na'Vi take the round lead. And I think Sipnix, if he had another second to make up his mind, or I'm not exactly sure if he knew where Edward was, but I think if he did, he would have put the smoke up close to Edward instead of close to himself. I think that was the smoke that sort of indicated. I'm not entirely sure, so I'll just like go for it. Wow, 13-12, what a round, and TSM now going for the force up. They realize this has to come to an end.
Oh wait, exactly. And now, I mean, but it's not going to get any easier because Na'Vi actually have bank. So they have another round. They have that buffer to play with. And here we go. The aggression. This is what we were talking about. Dupree now pushing through. Finally. He's alone, however, but he's in a pit, and he's getting a lot of info. So at least they know now, right off the bat, it isn't going to be a smoke round. Instead, Na'Vi just continue to do the try and true. They go into mid. They get 3 bodies there, and they clear out all these angles.
Any minute now, Dupree's actually going to find the bomb, which is going to be a little bit tricky. He'll know that they're at least coming back at some point. Na'Vi sneaking right up into ladder room. Yeah, I think that's Edward once again playing there, which is such a cool idea. Dupree, does he see the bomb? Was it just out of his field of view?
I think so. He could get shot in the back right now.
Oh no, well he's going to catch that 1 kill, or should be. Sees coming up from behind, and it's an easy spray down. Flamey to take out Device. Such a lot of potential. Edward lands a kill on Carrigan coming out of jungle, and it's all up to Cajun and Sipnix, and Seuss will spray down 1, leaving Sipnix. So much potential in that round, and the timing was off by just a couple of milliseconds for Dupree. What a shame. 14-12 though. There's a reason why we say Na'Vi is the best team in the world at playing this map. They're just so good.
They're stellar. They really are. Yeah, Dupree not as much luck as he had on overpass there, where it worked out perfectly for him with his flank. Not this time.
And look at that coach role there. Starry is actually still coached up on this map, which you are allowed to. Obviously, you can only spectate for Na'Vi. Can't see what we're seeing. That would be weird. 32 kills now on Guardian. Edward going to pick up one as well. TSM actually going for what we were sort of asking for with the aggressive push, and they're going to land a couple of kills in return. They did have some fairly minor weaponry to try and make that push work, but still, I think it's worth trying. They got to try something here.
Device actually managing to do a little bit of damage there to keep Seized honest, but now Na'Vi have all the time in the world to do what they want. And that smoke is going to clear eventually. With a minute left on the clock, there's still so much time. And he's actually going for the power play here. He's going to try and rush through that smoke, take out Seized, but Seized far too wily, not going to get blinded by that flash. And this is now a bomb site wide open. Xyp9x working his way through, but a fresh smoke on jungle is going to make it nigh impossible for him to get anything done. If he tries to push through here, Seized is already he's ready and waiting on the edge, and he's going to get that headshot instantly.
Wow.
Na'Vi have just run it all the way back. 15-12 now the score. This is the final map as well for first seed in this group. That's straight into the upper bracket.
This is so shocking because Na'Vi won the pistol, then they lost the next 3 rounds in a row. TSM making the comeback, they forced up with pistols and armor, and at that point, it looked like TSM were about to just run away with the game, crush Na'Vi, and we'd be done with it. And then they just turned it around. This is actually just really incredible.
Let's not forget, that's TSM with a 9-6 lead on T side.
Yeah.
They had 9 terrorist rounds actually going into the second half.
Yeah, so that means we were at, what, 7-12 at one point for TSM. And that's it. That's when they're stuck. 7-12 was the lead that TSM had playing CT side. Carrigan gonna get a free kill on Edward. There's still time to play for overtime here. And Dupree will pick up soon, so it might not be impossible. Flamey clicking away. He's been so good with these one-taps, but not this time. Carrigan running in to get it.
And they've actually spotted out Seized as well, so no luck here. Walks and takes that headshot onto Xyp9x, but there's a man already waiting in kitchen, and he's actually pushed out onto site. That's Cajun B now walking through. Bomb is going to get dropped down onto Seized, but Cajun letting him know, keeping him honest. He doesn't hit that shot on the Guardian, but he does land the shot on Seized. And that opens everything up now. 1v4 scenario here, and it is not going to happen. Once again, Kerrigan is going to step in and pick up that frag. It's almost as if, you know, the rest of the team, they're just there to buy time enough for Kerrigan to run in and claim the headshot. I mean, Kerrigan is sitting at 32 frags right now. He's actually nearly dead even with Guardian.
Yeah, just 2 more deaths. I think that's what separates them. Maybe a couple of yeah. Wow. Freudian slip. Assists.
You thinking much?
Yeah.
Now, which exist was it? Is it the Swede or the Belgian one?
I don't know, man. Both, maybe.
That would be a pretty sick combo. You know what I felt kind of bad about today, though? Is that Existence is featured in that French DreamHack video, and he's not French. I'm just like, Existence right now is like rolling over. It's like, no, enough.
Oh, Zeus gonna get that opening frag on Dupree, and that's a big problem now. TSM, they're so close to getting this overtime, but Na'Vi, they just keep getting these entry frags round after round. It's almost a bit ridiculous. Carrigan gonna go down as well. There's still a guy playing in shadows, and no one spotted him out. Device is still down here. They just don't know it yet. Cajun gonna pick up the 1 kill, and Device, did he see him? There's a guy right next to him as well. This is a 3v3. And there's Flamey gone down. Device has now been unleashed. Gets a quick double kill. And finally going to go down to Seized, but this is still working out for TSM. 2v1, spray down, Seized connects. Bomb being defused. Cajun's on it without the kit, and he's going to get the kill. Picks up a kit and turns around, and will be 15-14. Wow. That was all Device. Just staying patient for a very long time.
I don't even know. And you know what? It's just like he found a way to dodge that Molotov getting up onto the boxes.
Yeah.
Zeus would have found this out so much earlier as well. If it weren't for that Molotov, Zeus would have gone down into Shadow, died to Device. They would have rooted Device out of there, and Na'Vi would have been perfectly fine. And I really did like the decision as well, because Na'Vi haven't really gone for a smoke round. I don't think they've gone for a single smoke round onto the A site. This half, they've been going for mid control, round after round. And now when they wanted to clinch the game, if it wasn't for some freak performance basically by Device, they would have had the game right there.
Well, now we could be seeing overtime. And no, Na'Vi, you don't want that. They just made a terrific comeback. Very nearly winning the game. Guardian is already tagged up, down to 19 health. And the bomb is being picked up top mid. Could be a sort of sandwich move on towards the A bomb side, going through connector and trying to see if they can get out all at the same time. But they're actually moving the bomb all the way back here, so just waiting now. I think Zeus made some noise then.
Well, they must have heard that little tap. So Dupree, yeah, Dupree, he's fixing to have a barbecue. Gonna get a bit toasty in there for Zeus.
Oh,
I don't know. He's up on the box, so he's not able to get it in there. Yeah. Well, that's awkward.
A little bit, especially if he thinks that he's sort of cleared him out of there. 40 seconds left, and they're hoping to have Guardian make the opening. Just need to snipe one person, and that's going to spring this assault here. Carrigan will get Guardian instead. Edward would have returned. Zeus trying to get in through connector. Going to be spotting on the shadows. This time they'll make sure and clear it out, but Device is still there, picking it up. Carrigan with a kill, and looking for a little bit more. 2 kills for overtime here. That's all that TSM need. And the timing, look at it. 15 seconds left now. Grenade is too low. That should have been a little bit higher to take out Device. Flamey with a good kill. 10 seconds now. They're going to find Device as well. Now they just need Sipnix, and they get it. Oh, no. Navi steal it away. What a performance from Flamey at the end here as well. 16-14. And I think Kerrigan did end up top fragging at 34, but it was 33 for Guardian. What a sick game. That was incredible.
But then the key kills as well. I was knocking Flamey early on at that map to say, you know, oh, he's lagging a little bit behind, guys. And then he just comes alive on the T side. Entry frag after entry frag onto that A site. And that was like wallbang through the wood as well, straight up onto Device. That's Edward saying, he's in the corner. And Flamey's just like, I got this. I got this. It's my time to shine.
Oh, man. That was, what an intense game. I mean, that could have gone either way at the end. But it shows you again that Navi, that they're really not a joke playing T-Side Mirage.
That's exactly what we were hoping for as well. Just go winner match for the group. There you go, between the top 2 seeds. And it shows, I mean, TSM, you know, they should be the top seed in this group, but it just shows how close it is between, I guess, first and second seed.
And what's amazing is now we get our rematch between TSM and Dignitas. Both the games they played yesterday were 16-14 as well, so we could be seeing a lot of maps here, a lot of rounds. And Navi obviously through to the upper bracket. One of these 2 teams here, TSM and Dignitas, they're going to make it through to the upper bracket as well. The other one going to be in the lower bracket. Yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot to fight for still here at Fragbite Masters. And that's only Group A. We're only getting started. Maybe we could see a list of like all the groups, just in case people are confused before we end. And we also do have the play of the day, obviously, coming up. Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll have the tomorrow we will have Group B, I believe.
Yes.
So we'll be starting off Group A, 2 best-of-3s then.
Oh, and actually we do a winners interview with Guardian, so that's very, very cool. Guardian, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Hello.
All right, well, welcome to the stream, and congratulations. How do you feel about that last map, first of all? You guys ended up having to make a comeback on the terrorist side. Were you expecting for TSM to play that well when they were playing T-side?
We didn't wait something like this because we haven't played them a long time, so I think we last played them on DreamHack Winter when we came back on City side. Now it was T side, so I mean it was something we didn't expect from them.
All right, well, the other map that you guys ended up having a really tough time on was Inferno. Can you try and explain to us what went wrong on Inferno? TSM seemed to just make everything work on that map.
I would say, from my point of view, it's their best map. For me, like, maybe I'm wrong, but I mean their aggressive style on T side or City side is something that it's hard to like counter or just play against it with such a good aim and skill that they have. So I mean, I somehow expected that we will lose that map, but yeah, we could play even better, but yeah, they were just too strong.
What do you think TSM did wrong on Mirage on their CT side? Because you guys were constantly able to get control of mid round after round, and it felt like you guys were just so comfortable throughout most of those rounds. What do you think happened there?
Well, our win was more about that they let us play on middle, like every round. And when they tried to push it, it was too late because they didn't have like grenades or weapons or sniper rifles. So it was too late to retake middle for them. So I would say that was the key thing that happened, that they let us having middle.
Right. How does it feel for you personally, Guardian, now that Navi actually finally work as like a full team? Because there was a long time, I think it was no secret, when sort of the wins that you guys had, it was a lot down to you picking up a bunch of kills, but Flamey's playing so well right now. Edward's playing really well. You guys seem to be able to rely on more players. Does that create a better environment in the team, that it's like, even if you go down early in the round, there's still a good chance you guys can win it?
Yes, it's even better because I don't have to rely on myself most of the time. I can rely on every single player, and I can trust them that they will make the kill that they have to do. So I mean, it's now very good and feels great.
Is there a special reason for it? I mean, Edward, has he been putting in more time, or is it just like the team chemistry is finally working?
Well, we changed our practice time and like planned it. How do we prepare for a game? So I think it's the key thing. So everyone is preparing as good as they can, as individually, and we are watching a lot of demos and stuff. So it helps us to play better.
And the last question before we go, Guardian, how do you feel about Starks with the coaching role? We've noticed that he's actually in the games, obsing on your side in the coach slot. How do you feel about having him on the game server like that behind you guys?
That's a great help for us from him, because he can like analyze the opponent team, how do they play inside the game. So when it's going wrong for us, we can take a timeout and he just tell us what are they doing and what should we do and what could we do. So it's a great help for us. We don't have to think about it ourselves.
So he's basically like, does he talk a lot during the rounds, or is it more like when you ask him for advice or his input?
Well, he's talking a lot because he's giving infos for me sometimes, because it's not so great, and also for others. So he's giving also informations in the round, and then in freeze time he's trying to say what are they doing and what could we do.
Very cool.
All right, well, thanks so much for the interview, Guardian. Congratulations on the first seed, and good luck at this week's tournament as well.
Thank you very much.
All right, take care.
See ya.
All right. So actually, I think the highlight of that's definitely the emphasizing something that I think is I think it's a well-known sort of thing in the competitive scene, but I think outside of the pro circuit is practice. Like getting good practice is something that so many people struggle with. It's actually I would say it's like maybe not the number one thing, but it's one of the key features why the NA scene is a little bit behind right now. If they could get like a really good practice culture where all the top teams really take it seriously, really get the maximum out of the time that they put in, definitely make a really big difference. So yeah, practicing well is hard.
Quality practice, like knowing how to practice. That's the main thing. And well, now I think it's fast approaching a place. If we're going to mention NA, where NA, they're running out of excuses. They're getting the support structures. They've got the orgs. They have everything that they need now. It's a matter of the players evolving and stepping up. It's almost you have to wonder, is it worthwhile for them to start moving towards Europe, or at least for like a month, just to take that experience from being able to practice here and take that back to North America, so that you can evolve there as well.
They definitely could, but I think that practice culture can just be developed as well. I think it's possible to just like everyone just come together. I said to everyone at the SCA. The turning point is going to be when the NA teams, they hate the Europeans more than they hate each other, and they just decide to go for it. That's the winning key. Go for it.
That's a stretch. Okay, yeah. You got a long history over there.
Yeah, but just go for it. Just try and beat the Euros more than you try and beat each other, and that's gonna work. Look, we do have the play of the day coming up, sponsored by Comhem. So let's see what our production crew has sort of come up with. You guys get to vote, so this is not the final say for today. There's going to be one for every single day, and you guys can vote at the end of the tournament. But we'll show you at least one of them that could be the potential one right here. Yeah, not surprising.
You got to go for this one.
Yeah.
And Edward just...
This is a single ace from Edward, just killing every single person on the map, and he was pretty much alone at it as well. The timing was so good, and Edward played it super cool.
It's not every day you get to see that.
No, that is definitely very nice.
I like that it's Na'Vi that we're doing it, because the last time I remember that there being like a 1v5 ace was actually like Existence versus Na'Vi on Mirage, and he did that, so... Yeah, okay. But that's the play of the day, guys. We're going to have a whole selection of them for you guys to vote for on the site. So be sure to follow on the social media, Twitter and Facebook. I'm going to mess that up every single time. But you got them there, social media. Be sure to follow on there. We'll keep you guys posted with what's happening. But we'll be back here tomorrow night, 18 CET on this channel with the beginning of Group B. So we'll have 2 best of 3s tomorrow night. We'll see you then.